Last weekend, there was the monthly Brocante in my town.
J'en voulais 80, je la laisse à 50. Bah, tout, hein, avec du monde. Hein.
Donc ils l'ont dans la poche, ils sont pas...
Ouais, ça c'est un corps de chasse.
Non, le corps de chasse c'est ça.
Ouais, mais
Et ça c'est une trompe de chasse.
Ouais.
I found this little stand at €5. It has some, I washed it already, but I didn't wax it. I didn't apply any product yet on it. It still has some sort of stains, but it's, I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe it has been outside for a long time, and well, it seems to be sort of water stains. I washed it, but I was quite pleased to find it. I already have quite a few like this, but they are bigger. This one is the smallest one compared to the others. They are much bigger, the other ones, and they all have some marble. This one is entirely in wood. It has one thing here which is, yes, moving a bit, but so this one is the lowest and the smallest one I have. I also found these 3 things. So all the things I bought for everything, it was €20 for everything, so €5 each thing. So I think it's pretty nice. So of course I'm going to change the... I don't have very large, I have a lot of small engraving I need 2 frames for, but for big ones I don't know yet what I will have. I have some Charles Perrault's engravings I might put inside. I don't know yet. So probably for the entrance hall, as I'm redoing it right now. And this one was really nice. I'm going to wax it too. It's not, well, I've washed them both, but I didn't this one polished and add my wax to make it all nice and shiny, but I thought it was really pretty. And I also found this fun thing. It's a book for cities or villages, for their expenses and the way they organize their budget and everything. So it was quite strange, quite fun. It's mid-20th century, I think. And yes, it's definitely because there is 19 here. So I don't know if it's early or mid, I would say mid-20th century, because there is a war expenses. So journal centralisateur, so the journal of everything, commune, city, town, and exercise 19. Interesting. And yes, it has never been used, and I'm going to use it for a notebook, of course. I like this wide format. Of course, I have a lot of little squares and things, but it doesn't matter. I'm definitely going to use it. Dommages de guerre, for example, that's a bit unusual to see. Expenses, well, sort of expenses linked to war. So it was, yes, a fun thing, and the fact that it has never been used is really nice. While the entrance hall is getting redecorated, the unicorn is now back in the living room, and I plan to add other trophies at the very top of the walls, just like in the Château de Chantilly that I really like. And I don't know, I like this thing to have a lot of animals at the top of a room.
Pleine de cartons étiquetés. Une maigre couchette en bois peint, semblable aux couchettes de collège, une table de nuit achetée d'occasion, et 2 fauteuils couverts en crin occupaient le fond de cette pièce tendue d'un papier écossais verni par la fumée par le temps.
The entrance hall had to be redone because the pink wallpaper I previously had a lot of problems. It had not been well
applied by the person who did this job many years ago, and Clochette damaged it at many places. There were some stains, the paint needed to be redone, so it had to be entirely redone, and I wanted a bit more splendor and majesty to this room. This is the brand of the wallpaper I chose, which is very, very affordable. It was about €11 one roll, I think. The quality is really nice and the color is much darker than you see here. It's a dark red. As an introvert working from home with my studio in my home, the decor surrounding me is very important. I absolutely adore and devour descriptions of homes and interiors in novels. They are my favorite parts in a story or in a novel. I have a passion for artists and writers' houses, and I love visiting the places which triggered and inspired them to create their art and their books and their stories. I moved the chest of drawers, the souvenir I have in the studio, which still have studio supplies in the drawers, but I wanted to have a sort of chateau, castle inspiration in the entrance hall, and I was very much inspired by Le Château de Chantilly, and I wanted a bit more elegance. The bird cage from a previous Halloween workshop is also here, because I think it works really well with the red and dark background. And of course, the abandoned deer bus from the new workshop will welcome now visitors and guests. You can find this workshop on my workshop's website. And I found actually an old 18th century engraving which I had for a long time, which was not hung, and I put it in the new frame I found at the Brocante, and it works perfectly. It was exactly the same size, so I was happy to find a frame home for this engraving, which was waiting to be hung, which is an 18th century typical engraving. And all the other engraving and frames will be added in the corridor once it's done. The inspiration for this little room, for the entrance hall, was Chantilly, and specifically this room in Chantilly with a little oval frame. I might do something like that in the future. I like oval frames in general, and I also like the tassels at the top of the room. I think they work really well, so I might do some paper tassels and hang them at the top of the room, just like here in this room at Chantilly. I was able to do all the entrance hall. I just had a piece missing, like 25 centimeter, which was missing, which is a little, well, frustrating, but I still have to do some extra coat of paint on the doors also, because I had a box of paint which didn't arrive last week, so I'm going to do that next weekend to finish the last finishes, finish this strip here, and also finish the little corridor here. Because so with 4 walls I was not able to do everything. I was really optimistic, thinking I could do everything, but I had so many walls I didn't use for all my other rooms that I thought this time I would be careful, and unfortunately I think I will order 2 more walls to finish this side. But you can see the difference between this paper, this was the wall of the previous person who lived here before me. She put this sort of paper to maintain the plaster in place, because it's an old apartment, the walls were not really nice, so she added this sort of thing everywhere, this white yellowish, and you can see the difference with my red now, which is super nice, a little velvety, not really, but it has a soft texture.
going to continue to decorate the entrance hall, and I definitely want to have this tassel above and create something more magical and try to find more inspiration from the Chantilly beautiful castle. I love it so much, so I want definitely to have more tassel and give a more castle look, especially in the entrance hall when you arrive. I think it's such an important room, the entrance hall, at the beginning of a home of someone. It's where you have the taste of how this person lives, and it has to be, I think, full of magic and beauty and a bit spectacular. So I'm really pleased with this paper, and it actually there are some glitters, I show you that, and once you add a candle or something, it makes it look really magical, really pretty, and it looks much darker. It's a dark red, but on the camera you see it as a rather light red. The camera changed a bit the colors, so you can't totally see the real color, but yes, I'm really pleased, and I'm going to continue this frustrating piece which is missing, and the corridor part with the same, of course, the same paper. Finishing, of course, also all the doors, they all needed an extra coat of paint. And if you also want to give a magical look to your home, just know that the Dear Bust workshop is open till the end of November. You can join it and you can create a nice bust for your entrance hall, your living room, your fireplace. If you have a nice background behind, it looks really contrasting, it looks really nice. So you have the link under this video if you want to join this one. And all the Christmas workshops are also open, so you can join some gingerbread houses, some candy cane workshops, some marionettes, antique paper toys. There are a lot of choices, so you can join one of these workshops, and just know that there is a reopening offer available till November 15 for all the Christmas workshops. So you can go on my website, my workshop's website, themagicofpaper.com, and choose something if you would like to start to create a bit more handmade paper decors into your own home decors. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope to see you very soon. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss all the nice videos coming. Thank you very much.